Without further ado, I'd like to invite our first speaker to come to the podium, Miss Sarah Owings, Rodney's attorney.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, and thank you so much for being here. Really, I'm just here to say thank you. This would not be possible without all of you who have worked so hard on this in order to get Rodney home and safe. We made our first request for his release back in March of 2025, and finally that request was honored. It took well over a year for them to do the right thing when all the cards were provided, all the proof of Rodney's medical condition, all the proof of how incompatible with detention his condition was, and how he would be better safe at home, and it would also be cheaper for all of us taxpayers, than trying to support somebody in detention in those deplorable conditions. Eventually, ICE, because of all of you, they heard us, they answered, they did what was the right thing, and they let him out. However, there are so many people still in detention today, and I'm so grateful to everyone for paying attention to what is happening. I'm so grateful to Mildred. This would not have been possible without your work. Really, just amazing. She should really run for office, truly. And anyway, I'm just delighted to be here and be able to do this today, because I was concerned at times that it would not happen, or that a lot worse things could happen. So it's really just fabulous to get to be here today. There's more to do, but I won't hold this up. I'll let the next person speak.
And it's truly an honor. I had a lot of conversation with this woman for the past months. She is a fearless advocate. She has been fighting for Rodney's release, and it's really my honor to work alongside Mildred Taylor.
Good morning, everyone. We're finally here, right? Oh, God is so good. I must tell you, this fight was not a fight by ourselves. It took every single person, every person that held up a free Rodney Taylor sign, every person that made a phone call, every person that put gas in their car and drove to Stewart, every person that wrote an email, every person that sent a text message, every person that said, "Hey, Mill, how is Rodney doing?" Anyone that said his name and thought about our family, it was because of you, each and every one of you, that allowed this moment, this very, very moment to happen. Any person that actually got on a plane this morning to be with us. I would like to first thank Sarah Owings. She is I don't know if I can say that, but she's amazing, amazing woman. I deeply respect her. Almost want to be a lawyer a little bit, but I'm quite curious to get into politics now. But I want to introduce you guys to this amazing man, the man that captured my heart, that stole my heart. Such a thief, right? Stole my kid's heart, put something in my mind, in my heart, a drive. When I first met him, the advocacy was still there. He met me with this drive, and when he was put away, it just kind of sparked something extra. Rodney is a loving, caring, sweet, patient, giving man, a man that even standing right now, he's in pain. That's why he's rocking, because he's shifting weight left to right. I don't know if you guys notice, but I do. Standing here, giving his time in this moment to give back to us. Rodney is a man of God. He's a faithful man. He's a man that didn't just help himself in detainment. I must tell you, only 24 hours, no, maybe 48 hours after release, his phone started ringing. So has mine. People from all over the country, people that he's met in detainment, Nigeria, India, Ghana, people from everywhere has been calling him. I heard you are released. You, out of all people, we were fighting for you. We're glad that even though we got deported, we are somewhere else, that you are still fighting for your life. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my amazing, fearless, amazing husband, Mr. Rodney Taylor. Sorry, one moment. I'd like to call up my brother and my sister Brandy as we stand here. No? No? Okay, brother. This is Rodney's brother.
Hey, everybody. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for everybody that came out this morning to support. It's been a long journey. It's been a month ago, I wouldn't believe I'd be here right now. So, you know, it's just a blessing from the Lord that I'm here, and my beautiful wife, my family. Words can't express this feeling, and it's still surreal to me, because when I was in detention, the day I got there, they told me I was going to be deported in 3 months. Wow. No going to court, no seeing a judge, not anything. And at that moment, I couldn't. This was amazing. That's all I can say. It's a blessing from the Lord, and you know, without the Lord, I don't know where I'd be right now. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you. So good morning. My name is Rodney Taylor, and I was detained by ICE in front of my kids, age 4 and 6, nearly 15 months ago, on January 15th. I spent 42 days and 15 months and 2 weeks in the hell of Stewart Detention Center, Lumpkin, Georgia. While detained, I was denied proper accommodations for my disability. I struggled just to charge my prosthetics or access to proper shower seating. At one point, they refused to feed me for 3 weeks because they expected me to walk the length of a football field 6 times a day just to get some meals. While also refusing to provide protective liners needed for my prosthetics. Walking was like directly on my knees against concrete. It was tough. It was very tough. And when I complained about it, when I complained about that, and when I complained about the air conditioning being broken, and for months during the summer heat, while water leaking from the ceilings into the housing pod where we stayed at, they placed me in segregation for 3 days for complaining, and for voicing the opinion and taking up for others who didn't know they had rights. And it was hard. But Stewart Detention Center is not equipped to handle people with disabilities. The building is old and run down. Water leaks through the ceiling, through the cells when it rains. There are black mold deposits in the water, in the drinking water. Sometimes detainees go days without hot showers. Toilets and sinks often do not work properly. For a private company that takes in billions of dollars a year, these conditions are unacceptable. Instead of investing in humane conditions and medical care, these corporations continue to operate without meaningful oversight, surprise inspections, or accountability. If real oversight existed, these facilities would be shut down by now. Medical care inside Stewart is dangerously inadequate. People say that their saying is, if you're not bleeding or dying, put in a sick call. It can take 2 weeks just to see a nurse, and then another 2 weeks just to see the doctor. Meanwhile, people are suffering and losing their lives. These are human beings, but it's treated us like cattle waiting to be slaughtered, but in this case, deported. What most heartbreaking is watching the division growing in this country. This cannot be the America I came here with my mother and loved so dearly for a better life. Like generations of immigrants before us, we came here seeking opportunity, safety, and freedom. America itself was built by immigrants fleeing dictatorship, poverty, prosecution, and injustice. For many, the Statue of Liberty represented hope and a new beginning. Leaders from both political aisles once recognized that truth. John F. Kennedy called America a nation of immigrants. Ronald Reagan once said, immigrants are a source of American greatness. Even George W. Bush said, immigrants are vital to the soul and economy of this nation. So how did we get here? to this point. Such division. How did we get here? If making America great again means mass deportation, racial profiling, attacks on diversity and inclusion, and rolling back voting rights that generations fought and died for, then we must ask ourselves, what kind of country are we becoming? The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was paid with blood. People like Martin Luther King Jr., Medgar Evers, and Vernon Dahmer. If you don't vote, you don't count. Sacrificed so future generations could have the voice, like Georgia Giants like John Lewis, Andrew Young, Robert David Abernathy, Hosea Williams. They all contributed to me being here standing before y'all today. But one thing remains true, and always will remain true. The power is still with the people. That power cannot be deported, it cannot be detained, and it definitely cannot be silenced. That is why we must vote, organize, continue fighting for justice, now more than ever. Early voting ends in 4 days, May 15th. So please take advantage of that opportunity, because our future depends on it. All we truly have is each other, black, brown, white, Asian. We are one nation. As Ronald Reagan once said, if we ever forgot that we are one nation under God, then we would be a nation gone under. My release is a testimony of what community can do together. This is what the community looks like. And of course, I had some help. Thank you to so much my immigration lawyer, Sarah Owens. Criminal lawyer Emily and Jay Strongwater. Helen Passanage, Dr. Go ahead. You go ahead. Dr. Amy Sedan for medical support. Senator Warnock office and staff for visiting me. Second, that I received proper accommodations while at Stewart Detention Center. Congresswoman Jaya Paul, that allowed my wife to testify at the shadow hearing last December and contact the Stewart facility ensuring proper treatment. I knew every time your office made a call, because the unit would all of a sudden start doing what they need to do. It's like when that phone call came in, like the next day, they waking me up, asking me what I need, and I'm shocked and don't know what to say. But I thank y'all. To Congresswoman Lucy McBath. I just want to thank you. Thank you for visiting me. Thank you for talking to me. You made me feel human and heard, and I greatly appreciate that. You care. Congressman Hank Johnson, thank you for listening. And thank you to all the 18 members of Congress that signed the letter of DHS for Secretary Knowles for my release, demanding my release. Thank the Georgia State representatives that visited me at Stewart and hand delivered a letter they signed demanding my release at Atlanta ICE facility. Representative Rua. Representative Eric Bell. Representative Gab Sanchez, Senator Josh McLaurin, Representative Jasmine Clark, and Representative Dana. Thank you to the Free Rodney Taylor campaign team. I also like to thank El Refugio. Black Alliance Justice for Immigrants. Yes. We are CASA. Undock You Black. AAAJ. Indivisible Coalition Georgia. Indivisible Columbus Phoenix City. Progress Georgia. And many other organizations that helped throughout this journey, including PSL Atlanta, 5150 Georgia, 5051 Georgia, my apologies. Necessary Trouble, New Disabled South, and Lama. My pastors, Reverend Theo Massaquoi, Bishop Frank Ofoswapia, and the Church of 2819. I want to thank my family, my wife. I would like to leave with this. As Scripture reminds us, if I have faith strong enough to move mountains, but do not have love, I'm nothing. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith and endures through every circumstance. What's next for me is rebuilding. The entire situation changed my life forever. I have a nonprofit community deeply rooted. We are focused on providing access to health, education, free haircuts to at-risk communities. Now we have added disability immigrant communities to our mission. We are fundraising to get my family back on track. We lost so much: our family vehicle, my barber equipment, and a deep debt with a large family is challenging. Therefore, there's a GoFundMe, a fundraiser plan for this Saturday, and a gala plan for the fall. We still need your support until we are all free. I am Rodney Taylor, and I want to say thank you.